Hey there, CPO here, and this is going to be a customary unboxing of a Raptor E700 V2 kit. So let's dig into this thing. This is going to be a good video for those of you who are curious about what comes in the kit, how it's packaged, how it's organized, how the manual's set up. So hope you enjoy. So first of all, it's packaged really nicely, nice and tight. You can see right away the head and control parts, but let's look at this canopy first and get that out of the way. This is the new V2 canopy. Actually really pretty canopy. Was torn, I actually preferred the V1 canopy just in general. But the problem with it is a lot of people had a problem with seeing it in the air. The visibility wasn't nearly as nice. So they've upgraded the canopy to this more bright color scheme. And then also in the canopy is tucked in this battery tray here. And I'm going to go through the bag labels too with you. This is bag L, and I'm just going to pull this stuff out randomly. And I'll show you why the bag numbers or letters become important in the future. So you get 4 battery straps and then the 1 battery tray. And so if you want extra battery trays, make sure you get the trays, plus you'll need more straps. All right, here is the metal parts, basically all nice and foam packaged. And we'll look at that in a little bit more detail later. This next long box has what you'd expect, the tail boom, oh, sorry, I forgot what bag number this is. This is bag J. It's got the tail boom, it's got the torque tube, tail control rod, tail boom supports, and the other thing it's got here is the bag of links. All right, so let's dig into this box, and the first thing I'll pull out here is the manual. It's a very well organized manual. We'll take a look at it a little bit later, but good job, Thunder Tiger. All right, bag E. This is the main gear. As you can see, this is a herringbone design. I'm told it's really, really quiet, and that's nice. You've also got looks like your main shaft collar in there. Bag D. This has basically your frame assembly parts. All of your frame screws are there. You've also got a couple of electronics trays. This is bag B. This has your tail boom bracket assembly. This is where your bevel gears are for the tail transmission case. Bag H has your tail box and looks like the blades. Bag G looks to have your tail shafts and pitch control fork. This is KP1. Now these are kind of accessory or kit parts. And it's got your spacer for the main blades as well as your main blade bolts. This is bag F, and it's got the landing skid. Bag C has your frame sides, both lower and upper. Bag I, vertical stabilizer and some tail parts. Bag A, the very first bag we're actually going to start with, this has your head assembly parts. Head and swash. All right, this is KP4, and this has your lubricants in it and thread lock. So 648 green thread lock, long-term 2, and the awesome red 262. I'm going to be using the 262 on just about everything. Most people don't use the grease because it's black, and most people don't use the green thread lock because it's almost indestructibly permanent. KP3 has some tools, comes with all of the tools you need actually to build the kit, which I thought was cool, and the Torx driver needed for the frame screws. And the last thing here is bag K, and this has your servo mounting hardware. And as you can see here, it's got the servo collars that will mount to the servos. It's a really neat design and makes for a sub-trim free setup. These are Futaba splines, so if you've got a different type of servo, you might need additional collars. Just keep that in mind. So let's look through the manual. It's very well organized, very easy to read, simple. It's made in order. It shows you what you're working on and what bag you will be working on for that. And what I found is when I get done with that section, my bags are empty. So I'm trying to just open up bags as I go. So I do bag A, main rotor system. When I get done with that couple of pages, I've got no extra parts left. Then I move to bag B, the tail boom bracket assembly. When I get done with that page, all the parts of bag B are gone, and then bag C and D, and you get the point. But it really is laid out nicely, especially if you're new to this this model. It's nice to have a very clear guide. Gives you great measurements on parts and how many you have for everything. The other cool thing I like is in the very back of it, it's got an actual photographic layout of all the parts, what they're called and what their part numbers are. So if you need a spare part and you're not sure what it is, or you just see something and you don't know what to call it, you can go back to that reference. And then of course it's got the exploded views in the back. Let's take a look at these aluminum parts here. Very high quality, very nice machining. I was just super impressed. So these are packaged nicely in foam to protect them, to keep them from getting all scratched up. Just really cool. And you can see the finish quality is really nice on these. These blade grips are the same. There's no down or up there. It doesn't matter how you put them on. Of course, it matters how you mount them eventually, but it doesn't matter up or down. The other interesting note here is that the bearings, including the thrust bearings, are pre-installed, and the thrust bearings are greased. I checked that just to see, and I'm going to leave mine the way they are in the kit. So my experience with Thunder Tiger pre-greased and pre-made components is they're usually done right. So I'm going to leave it like that. But anyway, that's it for this video. The build starts next. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.